Watcha, this is a Music for My #Summer of Singing workshop, and it's the last one. It is the last Summer of Singing workshop that we are doing. We've had 8 weeks looking at 8 different songs from 8 different singers, plus a few more besides, dissecting what they do, pulling it apart, learning some new tricks, some things that we can do to grow our voices, to grow our performance, to grow our confidence, and we've had a lot of fun on the way. So go back and watch all those videos if you have not. But today we are going out on a high and looking at the classic Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We're of course going to be listening to Judy Garland's version. I mean, yeah, of course. But we're also going to look at Israel Kamakawiwo'ole's version and Cassidy's version, because that's also a classic. Plus, if that isn't enough, we're also going to listen to another summer song and 3 versions to look at and pick apart and learn from, because it is all about making songs your own, using your voice to get your message across, whatever that message is. But yeah, a lot to pack in, so let's roll titles. And before we start, I'm just going to take a moment to chat about Music for My, because these workshops are brought to you by Music for My, me, and the Music for My Singing Club. So head to www.musicformy.co.uk to learn all about our singing club. Every single week we have a singing session, a brand new, different singing session. It's the same experience as a singing lesson, all online, all from the comfort of your home. There's also an online video library of warm-up exercises, on-demand video library, the Sing and Mix. And there's also a library of video tutorials teaching you how to do the songs that we sing, which you choose. Club members choose the songs we sing. We produce the unique and high quality backing tracks for those songs, and the tutorials to obviously help you with them as well. There's a fab community. There's so much in the club. So yes, www.musicformy.co.uk. It is only £18 per month. £18 per month for the same experience as a singing lesson and more. Absolute bargain. And also, while you're here on the YouTubes, if you could do the YouTubey things like subscribe, follow, ring that bell, it means that you won't miss any more, you won't miss any of these future videos that we do. And there's a lot planned, a lot coming up, which I'm really excited about. So yes, do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, find us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. You know the drill. You're down with the social media. All cool. But today, it is all about Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's all about taking classic songs and making them your own, because so many people have covered this. So many. It was quite difficult, actually, to choose which versions to pull on, to listen to, because it's a standard. So everyone covers it, and it's a concert standard in the opera world. So you'll have the big singers having it as part of their repertoire and performing it. I'm sure it's been sung, it's been sung at the proms and other big concerts like that. It's also a song that bands can pull out in the middle of a gig, to get the crowd going, because it's one of those songs that everybody knows. So if you're a performer and you've got an open mic gig coming up or anything like that, I do think it is quite cool to have a song to do a cover, and to do one that is so well known, that is a song that everyone knows and loves, and really, really simple, which is we're going to hear. This is a very simple song. So I would recommend Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's a classic for a reason. The lyrics are great, the melody is fantastic, and it's just a tune. It's a tune. So, speaking of melody, let's listen to it now. Let's listen to the original. So it's going to be the one by Judy Garland for the film The Wizard of Oz, which I hope you've seen. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And then watch Return to Oz from behind the sofa, because it's so flippin' scary. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just having like flashbacks of scary wheelies and other scary things and removing heads. Anyway, The Wizard of Oz is not as scary as Return to Oz, so yeah, maybe start with that one. But yeah, the song, amazing. So yeah, let's listen in to Judy Garland singing Over the Rainbow. Lovely introduction. Very, very pretty. This is during the black and white part of the film, beginning. If you do not know, oh my gosh, spoilers. It starts off in black and white and then it goes to colour. First film to do that? Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely and simple.
There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
Really nice range.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue.
Repeating that section that we just heard.
The dreams that you dare to dream really do.
So we call it section A. So we've had two section A's. A. Different section, different melody. Section B.
Clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like
So it's
lemon
still the
drops
same,
away
but
above the chimney
up the
tops.
semitone,
That's where
up again.
you'll
So all of that section is
find
section B.
me.
And then back to section A.
Somewhere over the rainbow,
Very, very simple, as I said.
birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
And we have a rallentando at the end, so that's when we slow down towards the end. Thank you, Judy. That was lovely. That was, yeah, really, really nice. It's very, very simple. Always on the beat. Very, very steady with the time. As I said, apart from that rallentando, that's slowing down towards the end. Nice phrasing as well. The way that the melody rises and falls dictates the phrasing, and she follows that beautifully. But there are no surprises, no big changes. Like I said, you've got A section, then another A section, then a B section before repeating the A section again. That's quite a standard song structure, but there is no verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, which is another one. It's just an AABA, as we call it. Very mind-blowing, the musical strategy. Yeah, AABA structured song. Interesting little fact as well, for those of you that are doing exams and training your ear, training your oral for those exams. For those of you that don't do music exams, haven't done music exams, this is what we have to go through. We have to have people playing notes and asking, what interval is that? Can you, if I sing this, can you sing the fifth of that chord? Can you sing the third of that chord? This is the life of a musician. But the good old octave, the octave leap, the octave interval is the beginning of this song. Somewhere, bum, ba. That's a lovely octave. It's a lovely, juicy, juicy octave. They are exactly the same note. They're C, I believe. I haven't got perfect pitch, but I believe they are a C. And what is an octave? It is just the clues in the name, oct, 8 notes above the note or below. There's 8 notes in between. So a Western musical scale consists of 7 notes: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then you also have sharps and flats in that mix as well. But those are the notes. If you think of a keyboard, all the white notes, the white keys, those are the notes. And an octave is from the first note to the exact same note above, which is an octave leap. It's the way that the scale works it's all science, and it's to do with frequencies and the vibrations and things like that. And an octave is basically an exact doubling of a frequency. So say you've got middle C, the C above is double the frequency of middle C. That's simple layman terms for it. Yeah. So anyway, so we've listened to that song. We've listened to that version. We've seen how it is just simple, very straight. She sang it very straight. She sang it very neutral. It's that sort of song. Now let's listen to Israel Kamakawiwo'ole's version.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
Thanks, Gabby. So immediately, it's a different vibe, much jollier, obviously with the ukulele. And then he pause there. So yeah, he's improvising over the top with a melody that is not the tune that we know, not the da 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 da, but is still based on the tune. It's still very much within the chords of the melody. It's still very much with the feel. You can hear it, you can feel it as he's doing his oohs. Ooh, somewhere over the rainbow. Still got that vibe, still got that underlying, which is very, very important with covers. You can't change it so much that it's completely unrecognizable. You still have to have an element, be that the rhythm, be that the melody, be that the chords. I mean, he's changed the rhythm and he changes the melody slightly as we're going to listen on.
Ooh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby.
There was a change because that didn't happen in the original song, and also he changed the words slightly. He sang and then once in a lullaby, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby, which are not what Judy sings in her original song. Also, did you notice that he did not do an octave leap? He repeated the notes somewhere, but other than that, he did pretty much stick to the tune. Pretty much. Let's go on. Oh, he went down then. He's changing the tune.
Bluebirds fly.
Go back to the tune again.
Dreams that you dream of,
Slightly changing it.
really do come true.
Changing the melody again. So, because he set the scene with that first verse, singing the first verse pretty true to the tune, to the main melody, he then, in the second section, so these are the two A sections, remember, in the second A section, he did some radical changes actually somewhere. I mean, that's not an octave leap. That's, so that's completely different. It's still within the chord, but it's a different interval. And then over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Completely different. Then coming back so it's so low for me, sorry, I can't do that. Dream that you dream of. That's still within the tune. But then he boing flips up the end again. Do and changes the words again. Dreams really do come true, because he's not actually rhyming. And the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. And it had been that every single end of the sentence was rhyming with the sentence afterwards, with the phrase afterwards. And he just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change that. But it works. It works because he established the song. He established the tune in that first section, in that first A section. Now let's hear what he does with the B section.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh,
so remember in the original, someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. And he is, someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Completely different, but because it's within the tune, because it's within the chords, it's all good.
somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly,
Playing with it.
and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't
Change the words again.
well, I see trees of
And then he goes into Oh What a Wonderful World,
roses too. I
which
watch them bloom for me
is
and
just,
you, and I think to myself,
because it's the same accompaniment, it's the same tune, so he's doing a mashup of the two songs. I'm going to pause it there though, because we're not talking about What a Wonderful World, we are talking about Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But it's very, because he's got that driving dun, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 that keeps you going forward, that keeps the momentum, keeps those chords very simple, as I said, totally stripped back, and he's able to play with the melody, to play with the harmony, to play with everything over the top as he sings. And it's wonderful. I'm going to just skip a little bit ahead and get back to
think to myself,
this is the end of What a Wonderful World.
what a wonderful world.
And then he goes back.
Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't
And then back to such a well done song. And then this bit, which I love. So if we're going to look structurally at this song, so we've got A, B, A, which is the standard. forget the What a Wonderful World that he does. He then comes back in with B and A again as a kind of as a closer, which lots of people do actually. There's that, you know, the beginning part of the song, like an introduction before the Somewhere Over the Rainbow bit kicks in, and there is a repeat that loads of people do in their performance. You know the beginning, when all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around. Yeah, that's the introductory section, the pre-A section, intro section. So yeah, have you seen the latest the Lady Gaga song version? She sang it for the Star Is Born. That's it. Oh my gosh, Star Is Born, the latest Star Is Born. Lady Gaga sings it. She says that scene when she's walking under the bridge and all the world, and she's got that gorgeous one, all the world. Oh, I love her voice. Yeah, that's Somewhere Over the Rainbow. See, Lady Gaga sings it. Everybody sings it. Let's listen now to Ava Cassidy's version and hear how she twists it. You can hear that's a do 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 do. Changing that was different. So, sorry to pause. So she starts on the, so whereas Israel was the somewhere, she starts up high, somewhere. She just sung, instead of doing the octave flip, she stays on the high octave, he stays on the low octave. She's completely changing the tune. Much more somber, this version. Lots of melisma.
That I heard of once in a
different, but you know it's the tune, you know it's the song, it's the same chord pattern underneath, and she's really making it her own.
That you dare to dream really do come true.
But it's the words. She's got the same words, the original words.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with
The guitar underneath is still the same. It's the same as the original. It's the same as Judy Garland's.
Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above
See?
the
Same
chimney tops. That's where you'll find.
Beautiful, just floats that. That was quite true to the tune, true to the melody. Nice little twinkly music moment. But yeah, she's been much more faithful in a way. Yes, okay, she's riffed over the top and she's played with things, played with timing, repeated things as well. In a way, she is more faithful than Israel Kamakawiwo'ole. In a way. But they're still both the same chord pattern.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake
Can you
up
feel it still
with
driving, even though she's singing slowly?
far behind.
though she's playing with the time, the accompaniment is driving it. So it's still that someday I wish upon a star.
Troubles melt like lemon drops. Oh, way above
Still driving, still
the
driving.
chimney tops, that's where you'll
Spells it out.
find me
Nice.
somewhere over the rainbow. Skies are blue.
I'm just getting lost in Amy Cassidy at the moment. Wow.
Dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly
Israel didn't sing this bit.
above the rainbow, oh, I
Yeah. Yeah, lovely, 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 lovely. That was your A B section of the song structure. Does that make sense? So that was your traditional performance of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. When you get the music, that's how it's written out in that way. As I said, that's how Israel sang it too. Ava does it in the same way, but she's embellishing and going up and belting and really showing off. Did you hear as well? The big belt didn't come until the very, very end. She saved it. She saved that juicy nugget in her voice for the end of her performance, because always keep the audience wanting more. Always save your tricks for the end. Standard. Right, let's listen to something completely different now. Let's listen to Summer Breeze. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. So yeah, still a summery song. And we're going to listen to 3 versions. The first version though, the original version, which is Seals and Crofts. This is the original. So listen to that melody. It's going to come back.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening of a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
So
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
interesting chord. And then back to the do-do-do-do. We're only going to listen to that much of each of these songs, so up to the first verse, just to get a little taster of what's happened, what people have done. So this song, possibly when it first came out, not like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, not a massive classic. It's a bit of a kind of a bit of a weird one. You know, it's very 70s in its vibe. It's got that funky introduction, do 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 do, which it repeats, and then you've got 2 verses, I suppose, 2 A sections, and then 2 B sections, the chorus, which is repeated twice. So you've got the dun 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 dun. And then the B section is da 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 da. So that's what we're listening out for in these next two songs. Because how, listening to that, you're like, right, how am I going to cover that? How am I going to make this cool, make this mine? Maybe kind of make my version more famous than the original version, which happens. I mean, for Somewhere Over the Rainbow that we've just heard, Ava Cassidy's version probably, I mean, you could be, everyone knows it's from The Wizard of Oz. Everyone does. Everyone knows it's Judy Garland. But Ava Cassidy's version is so well known, so popular, so famous that it's kind of taken it. And so is Israel. You know, it's yeah. Sinead O'Connor recently tragically died, and her version of Nothing Compares to You is more famous than Prince's, unfortunately, you know, much more famous than the original. This happens. A lot of the time, covers do become more famous, do become more popular. And like I said, that was Seals and Crofts who wrote Summer Breeze, but we're now going to listen to the Isley Brothers. The Isley Brothers are the ones that made this song much more famous. Much more famous. So kind of similar-ish vibe, but maybe a bit more. Ooh. Is that kind of an urgent riff? Different already?
Summer breeze all in my mind.
Okay. So far, completely different song, completely different. Nothing like the original yet. Possibly the chord.
All in my mind.
There's that riff on a guitar. On an electric guitar. Nice.
All in my mind.
And it repeats because it's played twice. Except they have a nice break in between.
All in my mind.
2 bars break. And then
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Oh, summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
so going straight in with the chorus
All in my mind.
rather than the what's the verse of the B section.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light shining through the window lets me know everything's alright. Oh, summer,
Well,
you make me feel fine.
so pausing it there. So yeah, they boing flipped, switched it around, did a little switcheroo, and they started with the chorus with the Summer Breeze, then went into the verse section, the A section, before coming back to the chorus again. I'm just gonna keep playing because I want to wait for that do 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 again. Which is the signature. Signature of the song, the thing that makes the song what it is.
Sweet days of summer,
Back into that.
the jasmine.
So they've played with it. They've played with a do 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 do, and it's a bigger song. There's a bigger production, much bigger production. I think they've got a bigger budget, possibly. And well, yeah, they're far more established, but they've kind kind of, yeah, they've taken that song, they've claimed that song. They're like, right, we're going to come straight in with, going to hit the audience with the chorus, with the B section. It's all about Summer Breeze. We're going to play that riff on an electric guitar, on a really meaty, distorted, not slightly distorted, but a kind of, there's a bit of distortion on there to get that riff out there. And then we're going to just like, fine, do our kind of, play with our voices and things like that. They haven't really played with as I said, it's the same tune. It's always the same tune. Just a kind of a different tempo, different vibe, And now, same song, but an even more different vibe. Bum, 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 bum. It's that riff. Still that riff. Dun, 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 dun.
See the curtains hanging in the window.
This is my favorite.
Friday night. A little light shining in the window.
So that's the verse, that's the A section.
Things alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
And that's the B section.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
And there's that riff again. I could just listen to that. I could just sit here and listen to that song. Any people that were like teens in the noughties, and when there were all those teen horror genre films, and I Know What You Did Last Summer came out, because that's the opening song from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes, okay, I should be a proper typo negative fan and have possibly come across that song in a cooler way, but hey, I am me, and I learnt of that song. I learnt of typo negative through the film I Know What You Did Last Summer. But it is such a cool song. Such a cool song. So what have they done? They've got that riff, dun 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 dun, but they've put it all meaty and metally and down the octave. And then did you hear the end? It goes dun 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 dun. They did the first time that came around, it was just like that dun 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 dun, and then the second time it was like dun 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 dun. It was double time. Little tricks like this to embellish, enhance your cover and make your cover unique, cool, you. In terms of the melody, the actual melody of the song, both of those covers, the Isley Brothers and Typo Negative, even though they're completely different styles, you know, they've stuck to it. So it's the same lyrics, same melody, and the same riff and everything like that. But they've taken it and kind of transplanted it into their genre, into their style, and made it. It's like when you see all these swing covers. That's quite a popular thing at the moment. People like Postmodern Jukebox taking really, really well-known songs and making them kind of like funky swing, different jazz covers. You've got films making classic music, classical, orchestral music, really dramatic with drums and crazy sounds and whatever. It's the same. It's the same thing. Just not being afraid to just take any old song and making it your own. Hey, in the Barbie film just now, it was Aqua's Barbie Girl was covered for that and changed. So these things happen. The John Lewis adverts every Christmas. The was it the Lily Allen's Somewhere Only We Know? She covered the Keen song and made that very much her own. And then Ellie Goulding covered your song, Elton John, for one of them. Oh my goodness, as well. Valerie, Amy Winehouse's Valerie, that's not her song. That's originally the Zootons did Valerie. So this happens. This happens all the time and is a cool way. If you're not so sure about songwriting, just sing a cover. But don't sing it like they sing it. Sing it how you sing it. Sing it how you want to do it. Sing it your way. Any song. I mean, I'd start with Somewhere Over the Rainbow because it's such a well-known song, and it's a cool thing to do, taking a well-known song and making it your own. But that's it. That is the end of #Summer of Singing. I reckon we'll do it again next year. And there are going to be loads of more workshops all the time because they're great fun to do. And of course, yes. But there'll be a little break from the long form videos for a little while. They're going to do more shorter little snippets. Just to keep things there. If you're here at the end of the video, thank you so much for watching the whole video. I hope that you have some takeaways to put into your own performance, your own singing, your own songwriting, your own life, really. Or if just because you love music, maybe you just love songs and you've learnt something new. You can listen to songs in a different way. That's what I'm here for. Head to www.musicformy.co.uk to learn about our club, learn about what Music for My is all about. Also, please do the YouTubey things and subscribe, follow, all of that jazz. Go to our other social media channels, media channels, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you know what to do. But that's it. I'll sing with you soon. Bye.